Hey everyone, Rachel here, Oracle Spiritual Healer and Teacher. Today I'm going to do a reading on the beginning part of 2026. I didn't do an energetic forecast for this month, December. And I'm not doing the full moon or the new moon either this month. Partially just because I'm, everything's sort of culminating this month into next year, right? We're ending a 9-year, which is the end of a cycle, and we're going into a 1 year, which is the beginning of a cycle. I've done a very extended reading on 2026 that was published in the Sedona Journal of Emergence for their end of the year issue. That's still available to purchase if you're interested in reading that and what other people have brought through for next year as well. So I'm not going to go into that sort of detail that I went into that writing, but I did sit here and bring through channel what wants to be shared with you, and I'll pull some oracle cards for each month as well. So with us coming into 2026, it's a new beginnings. For some, it's still clearing up, finishing up things from the last 9 years. So this will take place in the earlier part of 2026. By the time March comes, we'll be in a whole new energetic cycle that the majority of people will feel or experience. And even if they're not feeling or experiencing it, we're still going to be in a new energetic cycle. And so what I want to say really quickly about this last 9 years, what that can look like is maybe it's a new relationship or a deepening of a relationship. A new job or a promotion in your job, or a new project coming through from your job. It could be that you retire. It could be that you're starting, to work. It's all sorts of different endings and beginnings taking place. So as we finish up 2025, you may feel emotional, uncertainty, memories or people from the past resurfacing. This is all to heal and clear things out for the new cycle that's ahead. Collectively, we need to make space within our individual energetic ecosystems for new consciousness to come in. Although many things on Earth appear chaotic, unorganized, disrupted, what I've been talking about for months, or what we've all been experiencing for months, it's the way that it is this way, that we can rearrange things, fix things to take us forward together if we choose into a new reality. All right, that's going to be eventually better, eventually a reality where we're all more connected. It's more community focused. We're taking care of ourselves and each other. Our food is healthier. It's more natural. It's not full of chemicals. One thing I didn't write down that is going to be coming up, not just in 2026, but in the future, is really this decision over how AI is a part of our lives. There's the very distorted route where it's sort of not for everyone, but for some people, it really takes over. And you can already see that. Like, some people are already experiencing that. And it's not even that has infiltrated into our lives yet. For other people, it's going to be an absolute sort of rejection of that sort of way of living and reliance on AI. So at some point, we're going to get to this place where we need to decide collectively to have better regulations and how AI can really help us not interfere, not get in the way, not sort of numb us, Not because one reality is that it numbs us. We actually are using less of our brain. We become sort of overly reliant on AI, where we're just not even consciously making choices. We're just sort of in this numb, somewhat apathetic way of living. Is very lifeless. So anyway, that's in the future. Where did I leave off? Okay. So January. I'll read January and then I'll pull some cards around it. So invite new things into your life, new people, experiences, relationships, opportunities. What's coming into your life in January is sort of setting you up for the next cycle. It's like a smorgasbord of what potentials exist for you in 2026. Don't dismiss anything right away. Think about it, feel it out, look at potentials that exist. Remember, we are all being asked to step into something new, different from what we have known. That means it may be uncomfortable. You may experience fear or uncertainty. You may not be sure if things are possible. Trust that what is coming into your life in January is coming in for a reason. So what they mean by like the smorgasbord, like, oh, you just meet someone, you guys have a conversation. It's like, oh yeah, maybe there's something there, or maybe we can build something together, or would you like to do this, or that sort of thing. And that sort of coming up again later in the year, where you meet the person again, or the person ends up being someone important in your life, that sort of thing. Or like, you do some work, some piece of work, and someone takes interest in it. And then later in the year, like it develops into something. So it's just like almost like little seeds, little like new beginning seeds are sprinkled in to your life in January for them to sort of show up and take shape into not only this year, but into the coming years as well. So like even into 2027, what happens in January can come up into that year too. So that's what they mean by that. So I'm going to pull some cards just for the month of January and see what else they want to bring in. Oh, the other thing, before I do that, the other thing they want me to bring up is our healthcare in the States. So just give me 1 second. Yeah. And this is what I've seen for a while, and I wasn't quite sure why I saw it, like what led to this, but I do see more people getting sick. And I think it has to do with the Medicare, the Affordable Care Act, people losing their health insurance or not being able to afford their health insurance, getting off of it, people getting sick then because they can't afford to see medical attention, and then going to alternative routes, right? And those alternative routes will eventually lead us into bringing Western medicine and non-conventional medicine, Eastern medicine, together. So we're utilizing, it brings it more into balance. We're utilizing many different techniques, things our government wouldn't sort of validate before. That shifts and changes. Again, that's beyond 2026, but they wanted me to mention that because I don't see the healthcare issue like getting fixed. It's going to deteriorate more. And again, it's so that we can reassess it, for us to collectively, not just our government officials, our politicians, to decide, oh, let's do it this way. It's us all to have some experience or know someone who has had an experience to realize that it's not working. For us then to, again, have something different come in, for us to realize, oh, well, there's this. Well, they told me this, but that's actually not true. Or they missed this. Or, it's for us to have these experiences individually to then sort of come together and make collective conclusions that will then help us reshape everything. It's all coming in through love. And that sometimes it's hard to realize or to notice when things are feeling hard. And I always compare it to this because it is really like a detox. When we're doing a cleanse, it's hard. It's uncomfortable. Things come out to the surface in our bodies collectively that we need to look at and address. And then we come back into balance. And then we can feel this. Until that point, it's hard to feel this. It's not impossible, but it's hard to feel that. So with the healthcare situation, if you are someone who is going to lose their health insurance, or sort of looking for something outside of, our traditional Western medicine, talk to people in your community, seek out other alternatives, other perspectives. Because again, collectively, on one end, scientists are moving forward with understanding how to help cure things, in that sort of a scientific way, a very left brain way. On the other hand, we're also getting back to more simple ways of being, doing, more connected to nature, using aspects of nature to bring us back into whole health, right? Which includes just like using nature as a teacher, slowing down, doing less, even simple things like that. So what else for January? Grace. Having grace with yourself. Because what I do see again is more emotional things coming up and being cleared out into January. So it's having grace with yourself. If you're not having a good day, it's okay. Give yourself a break. Courage to step forward into something new, letting go of the old, taking a risk. Allow yourself to have a different perspective than other people in your life. Trust yourself, your beliefs, your experiences, what you know, what you feel. Yeah. And this is about not giving up, staying devoted to whatever cause you have, whether that's like, again, your work or something about charity or your kids or, whatever it is. Stay devoted to what you feel connected to. Don't give up. And I want to make this a little bit more clear. We are on a trajectory that we can't shift, right, collectively. How successful that trajectory is, or how sort of smooth it goes, depends on our individual choices that we make. So the more we all sort of keep going, stay devoted, stay focused, trust ourselves, do our inner work, the smoother it's all going to go. The more flow. Yeah. So that's for January. Let's look at February. So this month, things will feel like they're starting to come together, starting to make sense, like your direction is clear, and you know what steps to take next. It's not so much taking the steps, but it's about the clarity coming in. Clairvoyantly, I saw a lot of magic and manifestation happening, and us getting assistance from our angels and guides to help shift the energy forward and allow for all this to sort of fall into place. Um, yeah, so February should feel pretty good because, what doesn't, when we get clarity, it always feels good. So I'm just going to shuffle these up. You want me to choose from a different deck and see what else wants to come through. Sharing your gift. This is also your story, your ideas, your projects, all of it. Yeah. No more hiding. It's speaking up. It's doing the thing. Again, it's being proactive. It's not apathetic. It's not holding back. It's not self-doubt. It's not like, oh, maybe later. It's like, it's now. It's now to move forward. This is, again, it's the beginning of the cycle. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. One more. Yeah, new beginnings. I love that card. New beginnings. Okay, so that's February. And then we come into March, and this is the last month I'll do for now. So March feels really positive, hopeful, action-oriented, energized, things moving forward, people coming together to get things done. And I've been feeling this for, I don't know, the last 6 to 8 months, and it has not changed. Every time I look into the springtime of 2026, it's always forward movement and being energized, hopeful, positive. People feeling that, right? Like, it's not doomsday. The world's not coming to an end. There is hope. So I am actually really looking forward to March. If you are someone who likes to look forward like I do, then you might also feel the same way. So let's pull some cards around March. I'll pull from both decks. I'm just going to shuffle a little bit. So just one extra thing about the healthcare. Again, it's the most important thing is not to be afraid. It's to, if you are going through like, I can't afford that anymore, or this person's out of my network, again, talk to people in your community, network, help each other, find someone who will do a trade with you, or, like you come and fix their roof and they'll take a look at your child. And, it's being creative around how we can help each other and not sort of, go into a state of victimhood or helplessness or powerlessness. Those are very important. That's very important, because when we go into that place, people who believe they have more power, who believe that they're more deserving, who believe who have more physical resources available to them, will sort of swoop in and take over, right? And that's how dictatorships happen. That's how kings become kings and that sort of thing. So the emotional healing has to do with, again, ending the old cycle, coming into a new cycle, and feeling that hope, prosperity, positivity, action, right? So with that energy coming in, it's going to heal emotionally and mentally, be healing for many of us. This says sexual wisdom, but it's about the feminine. And what they say about the feminine is it's this feminine energy of abundance, prosperity, hope. Yeah, that we're are going to start to feel. The other thing about that is, again, it's like the feminine within each of us is going to sort of take center stage. So that's like creative ideas, nourishing ourselves and each other. The sense of community, which is masculine energy, but it's the nourishment of community that's coming through stronger. Higher consciousness coming through, support from the unseen world. More energetic codes coming through into our energetic ecosystems, our individual ones. Yeah. Okay, let me pull from the other deck. And there's that passion, purpose, action. The gift. Let me see what this is about. It's about sharing our gifts. Again, this is about sharing our gifts, but it's more about us being given a gift collectively. Again, it's like I don't know, they just keep showing me things feeling better, getting better, positive perspectives. Yeah. One more card. And there's our love again. Yeah. All right. That's our reading for today. Hope it serves you well. And please consider liking and subscribing if you feel called to. If not, that's okay. Have a wonderful rest of 2025. And I'll see you next year.